Alright, so Apple is great because they make new features into their devices, whether it's the Mac, iOS, well, whatever it is, even a Magic Mouse or whatever. The features are great. Some of the new features are great. But if there are some features that you don't like, there are some that you can disable, but there are some that you can't disable. Unless if it really bothers a lot of people, then Apple will consider it, and more than likely they'll give you the option to enable or disable it. So I can't remember when, but I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago or something, I upgraded all my iOS devices, my iPhone 4 and my iPod Touch 5th generation, which is actually sitting right here, to iOS 7.1. And iOS 7.1 is great. All they did was like they changed some of the looks, such as like when you're doing like a shutdown of your device, they changed this shutdown screen a little, and then they also change it when you make a call, in the phone app for iPhones. But the one feature that I hate so far is they list all the days on the calendar app, such as like Good Friday, Tax Day, Passover, Easter, Earth Day, Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, Memorial Day, Independence Day, all that. That may be great so that you know what day it is or what holiday it is, but I got a calendar right there. I can look at the holidays right there. I don't need to look at it right here. And this is an issue for me because I have an event set up where I unplug my computer once a month, so that way the battery life is expanded and it doesn't deplete itself right away if you leave it plugged in too long. And what I was used to do was I can click at the hourglass right here, and then all it does is it shows a list of all the events that I created myself. Now I can't even do that. I can only search events, and I'm doing this right now. I can't do that anymore. Now I have to go through this whole list right here with all the holidays, and most of these days is crap to me because I don't need it right now until I start actually doing some paperwork in the adult life. And right now, all this, I don't need it. I don't need to know, like, not to be rude or anything, but Palm Sunday doesn't apply to me. Daylight saving time, okay, but I can tell when it's daylight saving time when these clocks are right and my analog clock is wrong. Then I just go to check my analog clock. Valentine's Day, I don't need to know because I already know that on my calendar. And all these other holidays I do not need at all, and all of a sudden they're just there. Just look at me. And then I've been playing around with the settings in the mail, contacts, and calendars part of the settings, and there is nothing, and I'm looking at it right now, so I apologize if I'm looking down on my phone here, but if I can find it, mail, contacts, and calendars, and I'm going to go to calendars. See, there is nothing where it says there's only like time zone support, that there's only sync events, there's default alert times, start week on, whatever, default calendar, so shared calendar alerts. So there is, so far it looks like there is nothing I can do, unless if I'm wrong, then go ahead and correct me in the comments down below. But as of right now, I can't figure out a way to disable this. I don't need all this. I don't need to know when Good Friday is. Alright? I have a calendar right there hanging up on my wall. I can do that. And this is the one feature that I actually don't like in iOS 7.1. Maybe a lot of you do like it, but for me, I don't. Because I don't require it right now, and I don't like the fact that I can't disable this. Because maybe in the long run later, I'll like it and appreciate it more if I don't use it for a while. If this just sticks there, then I'm just going to get used to it, and then I won't appreciate it as much as I should have had. Or as I should have had. I mean, the only thing, here's the thing. There could be times where you think that you set up all these events and you realize that you didn't because there's no edit button right there. Whereas if you go to an event that you do know that you created, then the edit button is right there, which as you can see, that way you can tell you were the one that created that event and that is your own custom event. So what do you guys think about Apple integrating some features that you can and can't disable? For me, whatever feature they... Well, actually, I wouldn't say every feature, but the features that you are for sure you're not going to really need, you should have the option to disable or enable it. And in this case, calendar alerts, it may seem like a good idea for most of you out there, but for me, I don't like it at all because I don't need it right now, and I don't need to know all this on my device when I already have a calendar right there hanging up on my wall, and I can see all the holidays right there. So yeah, this was not cool, Apple. I'm sorry, but I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, so once you download the Microsoft Fix It file, I have it right here.